Salute. My name is Eshon Burgundy. And I think one of the things the Lord really changed my mind with is, I guess, what a king was. A lot of times we as men, we like to claim that title of being king. And if we're family men, if we have wives and children, we like to say we're the king of the castle. You know what I'm saying? As leaders of our homes. That's kind of like the role that we take on. But I know before, just thinking as a carnal man, I always thought a king was somebody who demanded respect. A king was somebody who commanded people, was just in control, just had an enormous amount of influence and power. A lot of times when we look at what kings are in the world, we see when people disrespect the king, they get their head cut off. The judgment is almost instantaneous, just so that you know the severity of dealing with a king. You know what I mean? Don't cross him, don't play no games. It's the king. And so throughout history, we've seen that play out. And we've gained an understanding because of that. But when I look at Jesus, when I look at Yeshua, when I look at the Son of God, and realizing that he is the King of kings, King of all kings, I see his behavior, I see the way he lived his life, the way he served people, the way he walked. And it didn't look like what I know a traditional king to look like, you know what I'm saying? And so I see him serve people. I see him meet the needs of others. I see him walk in kindness and forgiveness. I see him almost act as a judge in a sense and hold people accountable and correct people, but at the same time, it wasn't done in the same manner that I've seen all these other kings. And so what I realized through that, just even in my own home, my own family, I'm better if I serve my family. I'll receive the respect that I desire, that I want naturally as a man. I'll get that from loving them and serving them and not demanding them that they give me that respect. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned that through Christ. His desire to serve, help people, made everyone around him want to serve him, made people fall at his feet to help out. Like we look at Mary and Martha. Mary just wanting to sit at his feet and listen, and Martha wanting to serve, and just all because of, I guess, who he was. And that's the kind of king I want to be. Someone who's kind, someone who loves people, someone who has reverence for God, a healthy fear of God, and let that be my testimony as to why I'm a king. So I let Christ redefine my understanding of what a king is. So that's something that changed for me, man. Everybody want to be a king, they want to be in charge, they want to rule, they want to be able to cut somebody's head off at any given moment. They want that type of power, but I've learned that with kingship comes great responsibility. Like you're a leader, you're not some tyrant. You feel me? So that's what I learned. That's what changed. The Lord changed.